Hi everybody, this is Pam at the Paper Outpost, and I'm very happy to present to you a new item that I have just made. It's something that I haven't made for sale yet, but this is a new, very simple writing journal. It's primarily a writing journal, which means that it doesn't have a lot of decoration or embellishments or anything like that inside. It does have a little bit because I can't help myself, and what I put in is all removable. So there you go. And so let me give you a little tour. I have 7 of these right now, and I'm going to post this video at some random time, and then they will be up for sale in my Etsy shop right away. So basically I have to click the Etsy shop up for sale and then run over and load the video really fast. But the video is all ready and ready to go. I just have to hit go. So hopefully this might be something that you're interested in, but let me take you a little drive through one of these babies. Okay, I've been working on these for a while, and I have 7, and they are made from repurposed old vintage books, which I have gutted, and I've fabric covered all of these, and basically the outsides are the same. The sari silks are like a dusty rose. Some of them have a little bit of purple or fuchsia on them. It just depends on where I picked it up. It was like a multicolored string. So, but I will give you a close-up look of one of these babies. Let's see about this guy. All right, let me go closer so you can see. Okay, there we go. All right, we're in. All right, so this is the book, and it has a fabric cover. It feels very soft in the hand. It's a very soft cotton muslin, and it has an exposed spine on the back, and they range somewhere between, I would say, you know, 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch to an inch in the spine. They're all pretty close, but they all have the same number of signatures and the same number of pages on the inside. They have metal book plates with, I put a coffee dyed piece of paper in here so that you can write what you would like on the front of your journal. They have the metal book corners everywhere. They also have the sari silk binding, which is, you just undo it, but it's attached by an eyelet, so it's easy to tie up. I just tie it up, and then I tuck it in the back, and then pull that down the side. There, so it is closed. And this is removable, and if you wanted to put a maybe a little garment pin with a little dangle or something there instead of the tie, you can easily do that because it's just a slip knot. It's just a slip knot, so you just pull it out, so it's not glued or sewn or anything. It's slip knotted in, so it will not come out unless you actually actively remove it yourself. And the back looks just like the front. Okay, and let's just take a little tour inside. Each of the front and the back covers have this nature plate that I put on here. They're different on either side. And there is material going across the spine. I have also reinforced all the spines with Tyvek tape, so it's a very strong, secure book. I've also included some beautiful writing paper inside, just an extra piece for you to have, and this is removable. It's just clipped in. These are along the same theme, but they vary a little bit different from each other, but basically they look very similar. And then on the second, let me give you a little tour of the pages. Some of these are avocado dyed pages. Some are coffee dyed pages. I do have some old music, vintage music papers in here, some parchment paper. I tried to put a nice variety of different types of paper so you could have a lot of different feels, a lot of different textures. This is red cabbage dyed paper. Here are some eco-printed papers that I added, some stenciling on some old music paper, old coffee dyed graph paper. This is some beautiful writing paper. This is some specialty ink dyed paper that I dried in the oven. Very beautiful. Some gorgeous designs on this paper. And they all basically have this similar papers, maybe different stencil, something like that, but the same basic variety of types of papers throughout. So I'll give you a quick look through so you can see. And there's some beet dyed papers in here on the second signature. There is an embossed envelope. And they are all a little bit different. Some are white, some are cream, but they are all embossed envelope in case you want to save a few things in your journal. You have a place to put them, and you can remove that. You can put it anywhere in your journal. Lots of writing space, lots of fun things, lots of coffee dyed baked papers in here. That's actually avocado dyed. Thank you, Pam. Thank you. And here's the dictionary, old dictionary, vintage dictionary paper. This is, I believe, beet dyed. And here is some stenciling with coffee dyeing technique and some newsprint. and all sorts of different kinds of just fun textures for you to play with. And so you get a nice smattering of different things. Then on the very back of every journal, on the last page, there is a removable pocket with a journal card. It's blank. I left it so in case you wanted to decorate it or do something with it. This pocket could be glued in. You could glue it to the back page or the front page, or just leave it as a clip-on, or remove it completely depending on your choice. So there are 7 of these available, and you can find them in my Etsy shop. And if you're interested, I'd be happy to package one of these up for you, or you can buy more than one if you like. I don't know. It's up to you. But there you go, folks. So I hope you enjoyed these. These were a lot of fun for me to make. It was a challenge not to overstuff it, but I do realize that some people just like the classic writing journal. So this has lots of writing space, very fun, very comfortable in the hand. It's not bumpy, it's smooth, and you get a nice variety of papers to play with. So there you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will go ahead and hopefully see you over in the Etsy shop if you're interested. Take care, have an awesome day. Remember that fun can be simple, and create with reckless abandon. Bye-bye.